We wait for the danger to pass by hiding between the evenly lined shelves. We try to hold in our heaving breaths as quietly as possible, listening to any signs of activity outside. Engulfed in the tense atmosphere, the only sound I hear are my own heartbeat and the footsteps of the dogs outside. The footsteps reach the door and stop, but after a while, they pass and move farther away. What a relief, they left. I breathe out a heavy sigh of relief. That was dangerous. I look at Noise and see him staring into empty space with a brooding expression. Noise? I don't get it. Muttering like he was talking to himself, Noise looks at me. His sharp eyes startle me. For some reason, I can tell that expression he's making means he's unhappy. If you have something to say, say it. You. Ow! Suddenly, Noise reaches out his hand and touches a burn on my side. I flinch and try to move back, but the pain stops me from doing so. What the hell do you think you're doing? I protest to him with an angry glare. It hurts, right? All because you covered for me. But I didn't ask you to. I don't get why you'd go so far. This again? You would have bit it if that hit you. What's wrong with me covering you? Same goes for you. If you had made one wrong step, you would have died. Well, you're right about that. I still don't get why you jump out in front of me. Do you have a death wish? Huh? What are you talking about? It's not like I want your gratitude or anything. Don't you care if you die or not? Nah. In an instant, the blood rises to my head and I seriously punch Noise's shit. Taken aback, I glance at my fists and then to Noise's face. His cheek is a swelling red with a bit of blood seeping from his mouth. Shit, I've really done it now. He lightly licks off the blood from his slitting lip and smiles. Bring it on. Returning the punch, an impact slams into my cheek. Ouch, you little! Ouch, you! Shut up! Ow! The two of us keep trading punches. During our fight, we tumble to the floor. Noise is on top of me and shoves his knee into the burn on my side. My side, that really hurts! He must have gotten the message and he held back his knee. Ow! Ow! Move, I said it hurts! Overloaded with pain, I kick as hard as I can into Noise's stomach. Shit, sorry. Noise looks down on my flustered face with a calm expression. His cheek was swelled up from the harsh fight earlier, but he doesn't look like he's in pain at all. Did that not hurt? He doesn't say anything. His expression doesn't change either. This guy, he was like this before, too. He didn't say he was in pain when scalding coffee was spilled onto his hand. At first I thought he was playing tough, but now it seems strange. And right now, he wasn't able to feel any sort of backlash after hitting me back. Usually you'd be angry and say something like, "You really did it now." He has none of that. He doesn't hesitate either. It's like he's an empty machine. Don't you feel pain? It doesn't hurt. Noise looks at me with icy eyes. His voice is more dry, more inhuman than I've ever heard it. Whether I'm hit, kicked, or stabbed, nothing hurts. I can't feel pain. You can't feel pain? My senses are all dull, all except in my tongue. I can still feel things, but it always feels like my skin is covered by something thick. Didn't I tell you earlier that you didn't need to take care of me? If I leave my wounds alone, they'll heal just fine. That's always how it's been. But you're different. Don't you feel pain? And you still try to cover for me. I don't get it at all. It's a total mystery to me as to why you'd go to those lengths. You're not the one who doesn't get it, asshole. I lightly dust off Noise's cheek, cutting off his words. It surprised me to hear that he didn't feel pain. In fact, I couldn't even comprehend what he meant at first. But when I watched him say it so calmly, I pretty much understood. Noise can't feel pain. He doesn't know what real pain is. Isn't that just sad? Just thinking that he can't feel pain, let alone anything else. The feeling of hurting someone and being hurt. Most people understand what it's like when it comes to others and reflect on themselves. But he's probably never done that. If you don't feel pain yourself, you can't understand the pain of others. so he wasn't able to understand why I did what I did. What's it like for someone to truly care about someone else? It's not something cost-benefit. But he doesn't know that. And for him to say that I have some sort of motive, it's a lonely way to think. While thinking that, I found Noise to be awfully childish. You say some pretty stupid things. Even if you don't feel pain, you'll bleed and die if it's fatal. You're just trying to find some way to argue against me helping you even though you don't feel pain. It really hurt when I covered your ass, but I'm glad I did it. Enough that I don't care about getting hurt over it. Then it'll be your fault when I die. You're going to be a pain in the ass in the future. Wrong. Why can't you think of anything other than being rebellious? I'm saying I want to help you because I don't want it to be my fault. So you do it because you want to. Stop talking like that. I said that you were wrong. If I were to say why I wanted to help you, I don't think I could say it in a way for you to understand. Anyway, I wanted to save you, so I'm treating you and watching your back. I don't get what you mean. You just don't understand other people. You're calm because you don't feel pain, but I'm not like you, so that's why I'll go around doing things myself. Are you stupid? I don't want to hear that from you. You're just losing instead of getting collateral. That's okay. I don't think I'm losing anything. In a way, I'm being selfish, since I'm pushing you around to be doing whatever I want. And if I told you to stop, I won't. Don't you hate me for looking after you? But I don't care about that. I'm just doing what I want. If that's too much, just hear me out, then I'll think about it. So you need to think about me some more. Noise shuts up, suddenly looking impatient. I did say some weird things. Do you even realize how damn weird you sound right now? Huh? Saying that you think about me right to my face. It's the first time I've seen a guy say something like that without even blinking. I feel my face go burning hot when he points it out. I turn my face away, flustered. Your face is red. Shut up! But, well, I said this before, but you're the first one to ever get in my way so much. I've always hated people and pushed them away. They always come to me for the bit of coin I have. I turn my face back when I hear Noise's voice calm down. He had a different expression on. His cold expression disappeared, and a faintly confused one took place. Bit of coin? What do you mean? Same old, same old. My parents are rich. Rich? Well, my parents, but I don't have any interest in people like them. So when I became a little rowdy, I became a problem. I was a problem kid when I was younger. I didn't feel pain, so I didn't understand when I hurt other kids. I couldn't figure it out. So the crybabies would scream to their selfish parents, and I'd come home to my parents telling me I was a disgrace. Not concerned with anyone, I was shut up in my room. That sucks. Being rich and all, I had a toilet, a bath, a perfect room made for me. I had a tutor to teach me and a maid to bring me meals. No one else came to see me, and I licked my own wounds. At first, I was so lonely that I cried, but I eventually got used to being alone. I could live on my own. I don't really need other people. That's not true, is it? That might be true. If I went through something like that, I would have probably become just like Noise, forced to live alone without any other choice. Before you know it, you become the usual, and you wouldn't doubt it. Noise said it with a straight face, but he's still like a kid from that awful experience. If his parents had accepted him, he wouldn't have had to think about being alone was all right. I want to ask you something. If I had, for example, thought about you more, would I get something out of it? First of all, throw that cost-benefit way of thinking out. Anyway, you wouldn't lose anything. What's your basis on that? I don't have anything like that. Saying that, I stretch out my arms and pull Noise's head to my chest. Hey, it's okay. Just stay like this. He resists at first, but little by little he relaxes himself. I hold Noise's head firmly to my chest. I'm positive that with the kind of guy Noise is, actions speak way louder than words definitely applies. When I was younger and I cried, Granny would always do the same for me. For whatever reason, whenever I felt Granny's warmth, I'd always calm down. So maybe they'll work on Noise too. Especially since he doesn't know the warmth of other people. There may be only one thing I can teach you. Maybe the fact that this world is not so bad as you think it is. I haven't thought about what kind of place this world is in the first place. I'm not interested. That's because you just don't know. Because you have an awful lot of things you don't know about. Is there a reason I should know? To put it in your words, it's more profitable to know rather than not knowing, right? Then are you going to teach me how to do this? Surprised, I looked down to Noise. I didn't expect him to ever say anything like that. A slightly ticklish warmth comes over me, and I put more thought into how carefully I hold Noise's head. Let's see, if you think about me a little more and promise me not to do anything reckless, I will. Because I'm like a big brother, since I'm older anyway. That's kinda annoying. Shut up. I can't help but smile. I felt like I understood Noise a little better, and it made me kinda happy. It's a little too hot. When he mutters something, I release my hand from his head. Noise gets up and sits on the floor. I sit up and lean on a nearby shelf. So, can you make me a promise? I don't understand things like that. I don't know. If I feel like it. Then that means you don't know when you want me to teach you, right? I don't know. It's the same as always, those blunt, uninterested responses, but... Noise has been avoiding eye contact this entire time. Wait, is he embarrassed? If so, then he might have actually taken a bit of what I said to heart. But this really isn't the time or place to be flirting with you. Flirting? Come on. Oh yeah, the thing you did earlier. Did it work? Yeah, they shouldn't have received any information about those dog all-mates finding us. I see. Then before it's too late... Ow! I suddenly remember the burn on my side and the pain returns. The reason why it started hurting was probably because I felt relieved. It was like my heart had moved to the wound because it ached with the pulse. Ow, it hurts. The injury you got earlier? Noise stands up and looks at the burn on my side. Seems like it hurts a lot. It does. We better treat it, right? Yeah, well, if it's possible. While answering, I look up at Noise agape. He's concerned about me? What is it? No, nothing. I need something that could help treat it. Noise searches his pants pockets. He soon pulls out a surprisingly white handkerchief. Handkerchief? Why would you have something like that? Old habits don't die so easily. Noise spits his sentence out rather bluntly. I see, Noise's family is apparently rich, so his upbringing was fairly good too. But still, a white handkerchief. That's actually pretty cute. Huh? What? Shut up. When I smile at the new revelation, Noise grumpily puts the handkerchief back in his pocket. I don't have anything useful. It's okay, I can stand this much. I stand up trying to bear the pain and try to walk, but... Does it hurt? A little. I really should go look for something. But it's dangerous. Those all-mates just now may still be there. I'll manage. You wait here. I'll leave this for you in the meanwhile. If something happens, push this in the place where its eyes are. Noise removes one cube hanging on his waist and tosses it to me. Then he goes to the door and looks back at me. What? He suddenly comes back and brings his face close, and then our lips slightly touch. At the same time, he gives me a quick lick. Bye then. Saying that with his usual calm face, he leaves the room. I let out an embarrassed sigh as I watch his back disappear. Feels like Noise has swung around by quite a force. But hey, nothing's wrong with that. I sit on the floor again and lean on a shelf while protecting my wounded side. Is Noise alright? We're in the middle of the enemy's base after all, so no matter how strong that guy is, I'm still worried. As if it's reacting to my anxiety, my burn starts throbbing with pain. Come back soon. I tightly grip the cube and wait, praying for Noise's safe return.